I really believe that most homeschooling parents are wasting a huge opportunity to use what they're doing as homeschoolers to completely transform their lives. So many of us as homeschoolers feel overwhelmed, weighed down, and burdened by everything that's expected of us. In most cases, if you're a homeschooler, you're a mom. You're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you're getting very little appreciation and praise for the daily grind of what is expected of you. And the truth is your children are an investment. And you wouldn't be doing this if you didn't think it was worth it. But your children are an investment that will pay their dividends in due time. And so being a parent is a thankless job a lot of the time. But it's worth it because we love our children. Right? We're overwhelmed by a desire to give them something better than we had ourselves. We want to see them flourish. We want to see them excel. We want to see them enjoy their education, right? Schools are stealing the joy from children by making learning, like actual learning, seem like a bore, seem intolerable, because they get the idea that school is the same thing as learning, and that's not true at all. School can be a place where you learn, but it doesn't have to be, and there can be as many problems sown as solutions that are offered, right? So, anyways, let's circle back. Homeschooling can be the most transformational thing that you ever do, not just for your children, for yourself. And I don't think most people are getting out of it what they ought to be getting out of it because their focus is on the wrong thing. Your children will benefit most from the version of you that is the best version of you, that is excelling, that's focused, laser focused, right? That's clear on your purpose and your goals, that doesn't bend or compromise on who you are or what you're trying to do. But this isn't the level of clarity that most of us have as homeschooling parents. In fact, most of us are completely unsure if we're absolutely going to ruin our children. That's just the God's honest truth. We're so afraid that we're going to ruin our children through homeschooling that we're afraid to test, to experiment, and actually become the best version of ourselves that they need and would grow the most from. Right? So this is your call to action. This is your call to arms to equip yourself using this as the proving ground to be the person not only that your children deserve, but that you deserve. Why would you want to be miserable every day just because you're devoted to your children? I think, now I'm not saying don't be devoted to your children. I think that you can be devoted to your children while also being incredibly joyous. And it's all going to start with this and this, right? Your frame of mind and your where your heart is going to make all the difference. But if your heart's not in it, you're not going to really do it well. You're not going to put yourself out there. And I just think we don't believe that we're getting anything out of this, right? And so if you don't believe you're going to get anything out of homeschooling, like you as the parent educator are going to get anything out of homeschooling, then you're not. It's not going to transform you. And therefore, it's going to be much less transformational for your children than it could be, if at all, right? If you are like unbelievable to be with, so inspiring, magnetic, curious, engaging, you will attract everyone to you. How much more your children who already know and love you more than, well, just about anyone in this world, right? We're just shortchanging ourselves or shortchanging our children because we don't think that this thing is going to transform us. And so we end up not really transforming anyone. Homeschooling should be an opportunity to change everybody, everybody around you. Like your home is fertile ground to grow some of the best people that the world has ever seen. And I just don't think we're taking advantage of it, right? So try not to be too spicy in this video, but I don't think most of us are taking advantage of it. Do you want your children to be the best? Then be your best. I don't think you have to compromise on one in order to do the other. Why is it that people will, with almost perfect accuracy, give their animals prescriptions without fail, give their children their prescriptions without fail and give themselves, well, they won't give themselves their prescriptions. They'll fail time and time and time again, right? The likelihood that you won't fulfill your own prescription is exponentially higher than if you're the one giving it to someone else. What's going on? You need to take care of yourself too, right? There is self-care that goes on in becoming an amazing home educator. And listen, we're not even talking about curriculum, right? About schedules, about academics, about outcomes, because all of that is on the backside of getting, again, laser focused on who you are, who you want to be, and who you want to help your children become as you go on this journey and you take them along with you, right? You're the trail guide leading the way. But if you don't know where you're going, you're leading everyone to destruction. That's just a fact, right? And so some educations are wasted. Honestly, when it comes to the vast majority of public education, I think a good deal of it is wasted. It either falls on deaf ears or it crushes the spirit of children who would otherwise be curious and ready to learn. So why don't we use homeschooling as a means to make everyone around us better? You don't have to be miserable to homeschool. You can actually, I hate this expression, but you can actually have your best life, right? But again, it's here and it's here. Where's your mind and where's your heart? If your head is not in it, if you're not being present, and your heart is not actually committed to the things that you say you want to do, it's going to bleed through to everyone. Your children will be as committed as you are. If you are die hard, unbending, laser focused, and determined to become the best version of yourself, and that your children cannot compromise in who they are or who they are becoming, then they will simply accept that as the reality that they live in, and they will start to embody that in themselves, and there will be transformation happening, right? So again, why are we shortchanging ourselves when it comes to homeschooling? You as a parent deserve to enjoy the experience as much as your children. If you're miserable, they will be miserable. I promise you 100% of the time. So let's talk about some options. If you're not enjoying homeschooling, something needs to change. If your children are not enjoying homeschooling, something needs to change. And the only thing that you can actually control, genuinely, is yourself, right? So it starts here and it starts here. And I think if we will get focused on who we are and who we desire to become and who we want to help our children to become, and we will inspire and encourage them to come on the journey with us, and if need be, we will drag them along the way until they are willing and able to stand on their own feet because we are so passionate that this is the best choice, the best plan, the best version of ourselves as a family. But I can't do it without you, right? Take them along, inspire them, and be inspired, right? Believe what you're saying. My children actually can be capable, intelligent, and good people, faithful, caring, compassionate, right? You don't have to compromise on the quality of the person that your child can become. But if you keep compromising on the kind of person you can become, then you can pretty much expect you're going to see the same from them. So what can you do? Work on yourself. And if you don't have a clear plan for how you're going to go about doing that, then I really think you need to get one. Because your homeschool will not thrive, it will not flourish, and it will not be all that fun until you start fixing the person who is pouring into your children. I say this to my clients all the time. I'm going to say it again. Your children will receive from the overflow of your cup. If your cup is empty, then your children will run dry. If your cup is full, everyone around you will benefit. You will pour into everyone, right? So it's not selfish to pour into yourself, to say, I'm going to make a personal investment to become the best version of myself because I want to create, God willing, the best version of my children. If you lose sight of you in this process, then you will also lose sight of your children. So you can do it. I believe it. And if you don't feel like you believe in yourself at this moment, trust me, it can get better. But it's going to take work. So, my encouragement to you today is to take one step towards yourself so that you can take many more steps towards your children. If you will do that, things will get better. I hope you found this helpful. And if you did, click like, click subscribe, click follow, leave a comment, and check the links below.